What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Welcome to the RNEWS Evening Show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news. Senator Ron Johnson tests positive for COVID-19. How many will be diagnosed and not publicly report? Kellyanne Conway only announced because her daughter tattled on TikTok. If you don't report publicly, I think the virus is not legally allowed to spread. If it's a legitimate virus, the body has ways of shutting it down. Edit. If it's a legitimate rape, the female body has ways to try to shut that whole thing down. Republican Congressman Todd Atkins. Edit. Stop spending your money on Reddit awards. Donate to a charity of your choice instead. Buy your mom a gift. Do literally anything else with your money. It just occurred to me that when the president said he could kill someone and no one would care, he was right. I just didn't realize he was talking about himself. At this point, it would be hard for them to not report. If they're running for re-election, their sudden disappearance could give them away. If they're not, they'll still be away from the Capitol. Or they'll ignore restrictions like that and continue running for re-election anyway. Gotta show up so they can confirm the justice. Admitting they're positive would prohibit that. So anyway, should I have pizza or wings tonight? Why not both? I've gotten in the habit of ordering pizza and wings, then eating the pizza that night and eating the wings cold for breakfast the next morning. I do the wings first and the pizza second, since pizza reheats better. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics. Senator Ron Johnson tests positive for coronavirus. As another user on Twitter put it, the GOP should be able to field a COVID baseball team by the end of the day. LOL GOP. The 53 Republican members of the U.S. Senate had 3 times as many new cases of COVID-19 yesterday as Taiwan, a nation of 24 million. And everyone is playing catcher. I'm catcher or I'm nothing. You need to wear a mask to play catcher. I guarantee some kid's dad is trying to change that in the name of freedom for the next baseball season. He literally just came back from a 14-day quarantine only to get infected. Can't make this up. Maybe he is patient zero. Well, he shouldn't have fricked that pangolin. Did you see what that pangolin was wearing? Wisconsin. The R stands for Russia. The R stands for Rona today. As much as I am reveling in the Schadenfreude, I really hope this didn't spread to the House or Senate floors. A lot of people, both elected officials and their officers, have been placed at risk due to the negligence of the Republican Party. Our government may be brought to its knees by this virus. All because Republicans refused to follow the fricking guidelines and politicized wearing masks and taking precautions during a pandemic. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. PM Trudeau. Other leaders condemn white supremacy in wake of Trump's refusal to do so. Frick white supremacists. There, it's easy. It's the easiest, milquetoast political statement to make. I condemn racism and white supremacy, so easy. And you won't lose any votes because the white supremacists would still think he was a secret racist like them, forced to hide it by political correctness. But not. He couldn't even manage that. He couldn't hide his true nature as a racist bastard. He can't condemn his base. Did you hear Rick Santorum literally defended him on those grounds? He said it was a setup by Chris Wallace because those were his voters. He thought it was trivial for Biden because militia types weren't voting for him anyway. It must be nice to live in a country where your leader isn't completely batshit. He's a compilation of the many times President Trump has denounced white supremacy. Streamable.com fact. President Trump denounced white supremacy more than any president in history. They tried this 4 years ago. Trump has denounced racism. Not denouncing something on command is not a refusal. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics. The Melania tapes busted. Free Melania myth. Turns out the First Lady is a lot like her husband. This sub was not on board with the Free Melania BS. Agreed. Frick that. We remember her pushing the birther crap with Obama. We saw through her best bull crap. I completely missed that best bull crap. All I remember is that I don't care coat she wore when the topic of the day was migrant children in cages. She is an evil gold digger who was introduced to Trump by Epstein. Not that Trump actually has any gold except for his toilet. How is anyone surprised by this? Gold diggers are obviously skilled at pretending to like people they don't. But there's no way she could have stood by this piece of trash for the past however many years and not shared some of his ideals. She has a pretty crappy attitude for the wife of the guy that saved Christmas. I've never felt sorry for her. She knew who exactly Donald Trump is and still stayed. She dug for gold and hit a septic tank. Now she's in the shitter with the rest of that trash family. She is his Russian handler. My mom is in 100% agreement with your statement. She went from feeling badly for Melania to thinking she's a honeypot. Does your mom have any thoughts on whether or not Cocaine Elaine is Mitch's handler? You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Trump's closest aides feared he was falling sick on Wednesday, says report. Official accounts have not confirmed whether or not Trump is feeling ill. The president's physician, Sean Conley, only said that Trump and Melania are both well at this time. The physician went on to say that Trump is 6 feet 8 inches and can bench press a Cadillac, and that Melania has now cured cancer. Doctor, is there any truth to the rumor that Trump had his hands surgically made smaller so that his penis would look bigger when he was urinating? Am I supposed to be impressed? Our first president was 6 feet 20 inches and weighed a freaking ton. Biden tweeted his best wishes to the Trumps, writing, Jill and I send our thoughts to President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump for a swift recovery. We will continue to pray for the health and safety of the president and his family. Imagine what Trumps would have tweeted. Don't need to imagine. 4 years ago today he tweeted about Clinton having pneumonia. I'm sure you can guess how sympathetic he was. Coffin Joe knew he had the Chinese flu during our wonderful debate which I won easily. I am the healthiest man alive. Many people are saying, Joe's attempt to give me the virus is a national security threat. FBI. Quote. I hate how accurate this is. Trump. Coronavirus is a hoax. Coronavirus. In its David Chappelle voice. Surprise motherfricker. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Egypt police using dating apps to find and imprison LGBT+ people. I can't wait to see people trying to defend this by saying that if they just obey the laws, they'd be fine. As if the existence of unjust laws somehow absolves people of the responsibility to think and be ethical. Other comments also something like, make sure to be polite to the people who want to torture you to death, otherwise you'd be as bad as them. Bollocks. Didn't they do this in Chechnya too? Yep, Chechnya and Egypt have been sharing notes it seems. This also happens a lot in Moscow and other parts of Russia, and other parts of the world that is not Muslim. They've been doing this in Egypt for years, and it is being reported every year like this. I'm only on Grindr as part of an investigation to catch men who have sex with men. Good cover. Hey guys, as an atheist, I'm curious why the only religion anyone in this thread feels comfortable complaining about is Christianity. It's so predictable. Muslim country does something fricked up. Reddit. Damn Christians. It's not in the narrative to criticize the oppressed Muslims. It's the same with the people who say that Christianity hates the gays. I don't know of any Christian-dominated countries that execute gays, but I do know a few Muslim ones. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.